I don't have a problem. You have a problem. It's not really a problem. It's just, something I live with. Oh yeah, well, you have problems too. Do you struggle with accepting yourself? Let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Therapy Thursdays. I thank you for joining me. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I release a new video on a different therapeutic topic meant to enrich and bless your life and help us all become the best people possible. This week's episode, I want to talk about acceptance and, more importantly, self-acceptance. I personally have gone through this. Like I said, every episode that I talk about, it's something that I've struggled with, and it can be difficult to accept yourself, especially when there are some things about yourself you don't like and you don't want to accept. So when I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression, I didn't just say, okay, doc, cool, thanks. I have anxiety and depression. And now I'm walking around wearing those badges of anxiety and depression all day. Like, that wasn't easy to accept and understand. Like, it's crazy. Things can be bad, things about us, like somebody may have a bad attitude and they refuse to admit that they have a bad attitude. But when you accept yourself, a lot of peace comes with that. When you're not accepting yourself, you're fighting because your issues exist. They're alive and well. So when you don't accept them, you're fighting them. And guess what? Fighting is exhausting. Seriously, we can spend our energy so much better on so much better things than fighting who we are. Another thing about acceptance is even bringing in the LGBTQ community. Like, it's very true. So many people, especially in the gay community, have issues accepting themselves because of people around them not accepting them. People around them having viewpoints of how they should live and how they should be and the person they should be. Like, forget all that, man. There's only one person who needs to accept you, and it's yourself. So if you struggle with acceptance, man, please let this video just light a fire inside of you and say, hey, I am who I am. Remember, the first step is getting to know who you are, because some people don't even know who they are. So if you don't know yourself, how can you accept something that you don't know? So the first step is understanding yourself and getting to know who you are. That's a time-consuming process. I think it's a never-ending process because we always find out new things about ourselves and how we think and how we act and how we tick. But once we understand what's going on with us, that's when we can accept it. When we accept it, man, I'm feeling the tingles now talking about it, man. Like, there's peace, there's love. When you accept someone as is, there is love. A lot of people say that, oh, I accept you as you are, who you are. Like, I don't even know if that's even genuinely possible, because we can love somebody, but they may have things about themselves that we just don't like, man. But ourselves, man, it's about self-love. It's about loving ourselves and accepting ourselves, man. So figure out who you are. What do you have to offer this world? Are you different than other people? You are. Every single person on the face of this earth is different, has something unique about them that they can bring to this experience we call life. And be proud of that, embody that, be who you are and be unapologetic about it, but accept yourself. That's the first step towards healing, is accepting that you have a problem, is admitting that you have a problem. If you're constantly fighting it and running from it and people are telling you these things and you're ignoring them and running away from people, like, that's exhausting. You're going to spend energy during your life no matter what, but at least let's spend energy towards healing as opposed to energy towards running away from our problems, as opposed to spending energy on hiding from our problems, man. Like, you're going to spend energy regardless. Things are going to be tiring. Things are going to be work. Like, nothing happens on its own. We have to work towards it, but let's work towards realistic, good, positive goals for our life instead of running away and spending energy to hide and conceal who we really are, to hide and conceal our past, our issues, what our shortcomings, whatever they may be, man. But understand who you are, accept who you are, love who you are. Today, let me tell you, it's okay to be yourself. Whatever that is, whatever your definition of who you are is, go for it, man. Accept yourself. Love yourself. I often mention my Triple H policy. Do whatever you want as long as it makes you happy, as long as it's healthy, and as long as it doesn't hurt other people. Go for it, man. That's That's my life philosophy, man. I'm going to do things that make me happy, that are healthy, and that don't hurt anybody else, and I'm going to be unapologetic about the rest. So today, man, get to know yourself, find out who you are, fall in love with yourself. Every little minute detail, the quirks, the good, the bad, the ugly, things you may not necessarily like about yourself, but accept it. At least accept it in the moment. You may want to change it, and you may have unhealthy behaviors that you need to change, which is fine. But the first part is accepting it, coming to terms with who you are. This is who I am. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to change myself to please you. This is my life. I have one life to live, and I'm going to live it according to my definition. Again, if you're happy, healthy, and not hurting anybody else. So, man, that's kind of it, man. Get to know yourself. Be unapologetic, but accept yourself. Accept the good, accept the bad, accept the flaws, because guess what? We're all imperfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm maybe behind this camera and putting out a different video every single week, but I am far from perfect. I have a lot of things that I'm working on. But the difference is I'm heading in the right direction. I have progress in my life. I'm able to look back and see how far I've come. And guess what? I'm not that person anymore, and I'm striving to become better. But even here, right now, in this moment, I accept myself. I accept who I am. I accept what I have to offer the world. I accept all the good, the bad, the ugly about myself. Maybe that's a mantra that you should, I'm not a big mantra guy, but maybe you should repeat that to yourself every now and then. Just say, I love myself. I accept myself. I accept the good, the bad, the ugly, the desirable, the undesirable. Like, just, I don't know. Fall in love with yourself, man. And falling in love with yourself starts with accepting yourself, understanding who you are, and being unapologetic about it. And when you understand who you are and accept who you are, it will help you to cut out the fat of people around you. And if you accept yourself for who you are, but you have people around you that don't accept you for who you are, then those are people who should not be in your life. If they are not pushing you towards your goals, they do not belong in your life. If they do not accept you for who you are, flaws and all, they do not belong in your life. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, please follow me on all my social media channels. My handle is @PositiveMarcus. Please sign up for my mailing list on my website at sharethepositivity.com. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video on all your social media platforms. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Peace.